Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the September edition of the AnCan Art Friends. We are always so glad that you're here. And Hannah, although I have a very strong urge to howl, I will not.
Ooh,
Instead, I will hand it to you to explain to us what this project is. And
yes.
please tell us about what we can also add to it.
Yes. Okay. Thank you, Alexa. If you decide to howl, please stay muted. Okay. But we'll see you. Anyway, welcome to class today, guys. Yes, you're right. We are going to be doing painting a huge moon today, acrylic paint. Okay. This is our thing, our media of choice. Um, So I will guide you guys through step by step. Of course, I always love it when you guys um, customize it for yourself. Okay. Of course, I'm going to go through this step by step so that if you want it to look mostly like this, it will do that. Okay. We'll go through it step by step. But if you want to draw or paint like an alien in the background, feel free to do that. Okay. Paint your aliens. Paint some cows like floating up into the aliens if you want to do that. I also had the idea to do ET in the sky, like going across the moon if you want to do ET.
Oh,
That'll be one of the things. Okay, so those little like extra things will be for later, okay, after we get everything in, okay? And I'll show you how to do those things. I'll try my best with the ET idea if you want me to show you it. But that was all just to say you don't have to follow directions if you don't want to, okay? I highly encourage you guys to be creative with it, whatever that means to you, okay? So with that being said, I guess I'll go ahead and go through our supplies list, okay? So I mentioned earlier that this was going to be an acrylic painting. However, if you don't have acrylic paints, that's okay. Just let me know, and I would love to walk you through really quickly how you can approach this painting yourself, even if it's just a drawing for you. Um, so with that being said, this picture is, or this painting is done on a 8 by 10 canvas. I thought it was a 9 by 12 at first, but no, it's 8 by 10. I don't have any more 8 by 10s, so I'm going to use a 9 by 12. Okay, 9 by 12. But use what you have. Okay, you don't have to follow directions, like I said. Um, so I made this picture in landscape mode. I hope you guys know what landscape mode is. Um, but feel free to turn it around to where it looks more like portrait. So turn it the other way. So it's more vertical. If you want to, because I feel like the moon would look really cool, like and really it would give the moon more power, I think, if it were kind of like this. But it's up to you which one you want to do. So those are my canvases. If you don't have canvas, then any kind of thick paper, I think will be fine. So as long as it's thick, like mixed media or even like a cardstock, you should be good. It'll probably bend a little bit, but that's okay. Um, let's move on to brushes. So I am going to be using a larger flat brush. This one is 3/4 inch flat brush, but anything that looks kind of like this, that way we can brush it across the canvas and create our sky with this brush. We also want this one right here. So this is a round brush. This is a round size 8. So anything around that size, it really does not have to be exactly like this. If you're comfortable holding it, even if it's not this size 8, that's okay. I want you to be comfortable with it. So anything that's around this size 8. Um, we also get to use a fan brush. Now, a fan brush is not a requirement. So it's this kind of brush. Mine is bent, but it's supposed to be like a little fanned out like that. Again, it's not a requirement, but you'll have an easier time making the branches in the trees back here. But if you don't have this kind of brush, a fan brush, then I will show you how to make it using a round brush. Okay. So you can use this one. You can use a smaller round brush to create these things, the branches. So that's the alternative. That's the alternative to the fan brush. So you don't need it. I'll show you both ways. I just brought this smaller, is it smaller flat brush just in case. You could use this for the outside whenever we do these rings right here. It's just an option. Like you don't have to use the smaller flat brush. This one is a 1/2 inch. So 1/2 inch, but again, you don't have to have it. What am I missing? Colors. Let's do colors. So we want black, okay? All of this forest is done with black paint. And we also have the sky. The sky is going to be blue. However, we are going to mix a little bit of black together to get that navy blue, okay? So if you happen to have navy blue made already, then you're welcome to use that. But we still want to have at least blue down here because I know it's hard to tell, but it is a lighter blue down here closer to the bottom. So we're gonna want at least a regular blue. We also want white. Put those here. We want white. We want yellow, orange, red, purple, and that's it. Yeah. Yeah, so those are colors. Black, white, blue, yellow, orange, red, purple, really the whole rainbow except for green. So, next, you will want something to pour the paint onto, okay? It does not have to be a fancy little palette. If you have a paper plate, that'll work fine, as long as it's something that is non-porous, okay? I mean, you can pour it on top of like cardboard or something, but it might get really dry really quickly. Something that's non-porous would be good for you. I think I've got everything. Water, napkins, yeah, we want that. Water and napkins. And then also, I forgot to mention this in the email, but it's an option, okay? If you want to have something round to trace for the moon, you can certainly find something round. So this is obviously just a solo cup. You can get a bowl if you want to get a bowl, and a pencil to go along with it if you want to do that route. I have a method that I'd like to show you for actually filling in the moon and creating a circle yourself. So I will teach both methods, okay? Okay, I think I got it all. You guys have questions? Any questions at all? Okay. All right, guys, let's do it. Now, simply because this painting is already in landscape, it's landscape horizontal orientation. I'll keep it that way for this picture, but turn it however you want to. We will be using the flat brush and we're going to be creating the background first, okay? And as you can see, there's a whole sky in front of the actual background, the blue here. But we definitely want to have that background so that we can add other things on top of it. We're actually going to be starting down here with our blue, just regular old blue, and we'll work our way up and then we'll pause for a second and then we'll create our navy blue, okay? So even though we have all this stuff, we have the moon, we have the clouds, everything on top of our sky, we're still going to add all that blue on all this area, okay? So I'm going to take my palette here. Here we go. Now let's pour out the blue and I'll pour out the black. There we go. I never know how much paint I actually have in these things. I'll pour out a little extra because we are going to be creating the navy blue in a bit. So I'll pour out some black right next to it. That way it's easier to mix. We don't need a whole lot of black right now. It's a very strong color, so we don't need it right now. I have my flat brush. So this is the 3/4 inch flat brush. As long as it's similar within that range, that's okay. Let's see. I know I mentioned starting down here with the blue, but actually I want to jump up here and get this area painted first. That way it starts to dry because we're going to want it to dry before we put our moon on top of it. So we're actually going to start up here with our navy blue. And I know I'm switching things up, but that's just a thought that just occurred to me. So we'll create our navy blue first. And then once we run out of that navy blue, we'll just double dip and pick up some regular blue and paint all this down here with regular blue. So I have my two colors and I'm going to scooch over, I don't know, maybe half of this, something about this much. This is going to be my little navy blue pile right here, scooting it over. And I'm just going to grab a small amount of black because this color is very strong. So of course it's going to be a lot easier to add more than it is to take it away. I mean, you really can't take it away. So we'll just do a little bit at a time. If it starts to look like a navy blue, then you're good. See, yeah, this is good. Didn't really take very much for me. You can add a little bit more blue, a little more black if you need to. I always feel like mixing paints is all about balance. So if you feel like there's a little bit too much of one color, balance it out with the other color. So there's a good amount here. I've just in the process of mixing it, I'm able to work it into my brush. So this navy blue, we'll see whenever I actually paint it if it's dark enough or not. But I'm going to start at the edge here and I'm going to sweep it across from edge to edge. We do want to smooth out our brush strokes as much as we possibly can because we want this area to dry. We're going to have a big old moon to put on top of it. So I'd say about half of the sky is going to be this navy blue, about half. I mean, if you go past that, that's absolutely okay. But the only important part is just to smooth it all out. Now, silly me, looks like I'm going to have to make more of this navy blue already. What was I thinking? Now I am brushing over some of this little by little. Just because I know it's when you're trying to make a sky like this and smooth everything out, sometimes it's really easy to maybe not have enough paint on your brush, and so some of your canvas might peek through. So just go over it several times, the same kinds of brush strokes. That way you're really getting it. So I'm going to mix some more of this navy blue. Let's see how well I can match it today. Maybe just a little bit more. Do you guys have other questions? Any questions? All right.
Hannah, did you wet your canvas first? I didn't. I might have missed that.
No. I just went straight to the canvas.
Okay.
Yeah, nothing special.
So Hannah, I already drew my circle, so I jumped the gun because now I'm going to be going over it in blue.
Yeah, that's okay.
Do I just over where it is?
Yeah, I would definitely go over it because you'll be able to see the streaks
Oh,
if you try to jump over it. So yeah, this is why it's kind of tricky when you're doing a sky scene that has like the moon or the sun in it. Because you want to be able to draw it ahead of time, but it doesn't always work that way.
Got it. Thanks.
Yeah, you're welcome. So here I was able to put the navy blue on half, over half, a little bit over half. So if you go past that, that's fine. Don't worry about it. Totally okay if you have like these, I don't know, more dry looking edges. We are going to go over that. Now I don't like to go too fast, all right? But we don't want this to dry too quickly, okay? So for what I'm going to do is pour out some more of my blue. I don't know that this is the same blue. Oh well. Looks very similar. I'm not going to rinse my brush, okay? I want to have some of this navy blue on my brush. So before it gets too dry here, I'm going to double dip actually and pick up some regular blue. So nothing added to it. Pick up that regular blue right on the dirty brush. And we're going to put this blue on top of the navy blue here. See that? Right on top. And we're going to go over it again and again and again, a million times. See how I'm moving it upwards and kind of moving it downwards a little bit too. Because it's not that dry and because I'm smoothly going over it again and again, it's blending. Maybe not perfectly, like of course I see some streaks in the sky, but I think that's natural. So I was able to move down a little bit further. So I was able to put a bit more down here. So I'll repeat the process now. Repeat the process where grab some blue just by itself, work it in that brush, and then again, start on top of the last place that you left off. So start on top of the navy blue, and then go over it again and again and again, going a little more downward, a little more upwards. Keep on repeating that process all the way down. Now I know that a huge portion of this picture is covered by the black down here, but I always feel like it's safer to have more paint covering the canvas than to, I don't know, be too cautious. So I always feel like it's safer to have more of that sky color. So you don't have to go all the way down to the bottom, but I don't know, you may as well. It's up to you though. So I'll repeat the process and start on top of my blue. Smooth it out, edge to edge. Keep moving down just a bit more. I love this blue. Such a pretty color. We definitely want the sky area to start drying. So the sooner you can finish with this area up here, the better. If you have like a fan somewhere in the room, or perhaps just something where you can, I don't know, fan it yourself manually, that might be helpful. I just have a little bit more, and it'll be good. Going edge to edge, making sure everything's flat and smoothed out. And then once you're finished with the whole sky, you can rinse your brush finally. Now I'm seeing a few spots down here. I always have to move around, like move my head around and just see if I can get another angle. That way I can see those tiny little spots where the canvas pokes through. Just means you need more paint on your brush. You can definitely still see some streaks, but gives it some character. It gives it some atmosphere. So I always like to rinse my brush by just kind of scraping and jumping along the bottom of my cup. I don't always talk about brush care and taking care of your tools, but especially for brushes, you want to treat the bristles as a unit. So they always swipe together, even when you're on the bottom and trying to like take some of the paint off by scraping the bottom. I'm scraping. It's like I'm sweeping the bottom. That's a better way to put it. treat the bristles as a unit. You can see that needs a little bit more cleaning. All right. Now, I always like to ask the question, has anybody done anything creative or fun or interesting in the last month?
Oh, I have.
Yeah, Tia, yay.
I'm working on a baby blanket,
Okay.
and it's a brand new stitch I've never done before, and I'm pretty proud of it.
Oh, let's see. I want to see it.
I like it. It's a cool stitch.
Yeah, hold on. I'm trying to like. Oh, there we go. Alexa got it. Oh, that's cute. It's a really cute
Yeah, that's
stitch.
beautiful.
Oh, I
Is
love
Is it
that color.
metallic or is it just how the camera looks?
It's just like a really kind of shiny, soft yarn.
Oh,
Oh, I love it.
Yeah, I had a lot of fun making that. And I made my son
Nice.
a big giant Kirby.
A Kirby?
Yeah,
What?
it was his
oh,
birthday.
Oh,
Gosh, where's my normal things I can find it? It is enormous. Here we go.
what?
Here's my son holding it.
oh.
Wow. You knitted that?
I crocheted it.
You
Mhm.
crocheted it? What? How cool is that?
Thank you.
Man, I can't imagine. I need to take up crochet. So many people tell me I would like it.
It's fun. You can do it while you watch stuff.
Okay, yeah, you know what? I would like it. Super cute though. And just so you guys know, I'm fanning this off. I'm like using the painting to fan it off. So we mostly want like this area up here. Now, I do want to show you though, before it gets too dry up here. I actually completely forgot about this, but there's a few streaks of purple in the sky. You guys see that? Let's go ahead and actually put those streaks in there right now. For those streaks, those are much thinner. So if you happen to already be using your flat brush and you didn't rinse it off, you're welcome to use your flat brush for this part. But if not, that's okay. You can pick up one of your round brushes and do streaks using the round brush. It's using purple. So I'm going to pour out some purple onto my palette. I can put it real close to my navy blue. So this purple is mostly in the higher part of the sky. So take any of your brushes, okay? Again, I have my round brush. And we can just start at the very edge. And I'm just gonna fling off to the side. Some of my brush strokes can come from the side there. Some of them can just kind of hold their own closer to the middle. They're just short little streaks. Go down a little further if you want. It's just to give a little bit of atmospheric disturbance, so to speak. I'll just avoid the center. I know I have a streak right there, but that one's not a big deal. I'll just avoid the center for the most part. So you can jump to the other side when you're ready. The thing to look out for when you're doing your streaks, when you're streaking, I lost my train of thought there. I made a joke and tried to lost my train of thought. Oh my God. See if you can spot patterns in your brush strokes, because we're humans, right? I think most of us are humans, and it's real easy for us to get caught up in patterns, but the atmospheric disturbances that we have in the sky are not in patterns. So we tend to like maybe space them out the same amount, maybe make them all the same size, which is okay, but just be wary. Yeah, So I'll just leave that like that. If you want, you're welcome to put more of these purple streaks a little bit down here. So I know it's hard to see because of the glare, but you're welcome to put these streaks further down if you want to. Another little option, you can even put some blue streaks, pure blue streaks down here, because this pure blue is not mixing with any of the other colors, so it should be able to show up. So my second color is this pure blue as an option. Just love these streaks. Now we definitely want it to dry. So just grab something like a fan or something a little bit more stiff so you can just kind of like put some air on it. You know, I have a bunch of note cards around here. Here we go. There we go. So we'll just give it like a minute or so. And I'm thinking that just in an effort to give our top sky area a little bit more time to dry, we'll probably create our hills first. So, or next, we'll jump down to the bottom and create our hills with the black paint. So we'll do that in a moment after we let this dry. Who here has put up Halloween decorations already? Oh yeah, Katie. I
have my little pumpkin right here.
Oh, and that's really cute. It's a cute little pumpkin.
This is if you're having a good day. And then if you're having a bad day.
Oh yeah, you turn it, you flip it.
It's a bat.
Can you show the pumpkin again, please?
Super
yeah.
cute.
So we got angry bat. And then it's we're having a happy pumpkin day.
Oh, I love him. The angry bat reminds me of my cat.
Oh, yeah,
it's Cora.
Yeah.
I love it. It's super cute.
Yeah.
Who else? Who else is excited for Halloween? Ah, yeah, it's my favorite holiday. Actually, my stepdaughter, her birthday is on Halloween, so which I think is pretty cool. Yeah, I've started to think about like what I want to do. Oh, Tia said she's going to dress up. Ooh, okay, right. I want to get more spiders and paint them neon. So last year I got some spiders and I painted them, just Dollar Tree spiders, painted them neon colors, so like bright pink and bright green, things like that. And then I put a UV light or a UV purple light outside so that when I turn it on, they glow. My spiders glow. So I want to do that, but if I can find bigger spiders, that would be even better. So I want it to be scary. Okay, guys. I think we can put the beginnings of our hills, mountains. I don't know what they are. And honestly, I will probably modify them later because I was thinking earlier today, just kind of thinking about this class and thinking it might be really cool to like make a really tall one up here. But if you're going for tall, like tall mountains, I would hold off on making them tall for now. You can modify them later because we just want enough space to put our sky, put our clouds and our moon in there. So if you want to make any kind of modifications like that, where this bottom is much taller, we can do that later. For now, let's at least put the beginnings of it in there. Pick up your flat brush. It can be this one or it can be the smaller one. It's completely up to you which one you want to use. And I'm just going to get some pure black paint. And I'll just do the beginnings of my hills down here. That's what they are. They're just going to be hills right now. So I'm going to start down here. And you can use, if you want to, you can use the thin edge to just kind of make it go along like across. Make some of them a little shorter if you want. I'm just making the top parts. And then everything below that, you can just fill it in with black paint. And we're mostly just doing this part so we can give our top area, our sky, just a little bit more time to dry. Because what we want to do after this is start the moon. Y'all have questions? You guys doing okay?
I think I'm about to go run bedtime here, but
okay.
But I'll leave my computer on and maybe you guys will still be here when I get back. And if not, I will catch it on the Zoom tomorrow. But this is fun. I am excited to see how this comes out. So
yay. Okay. Hopefully you make it back. We'll see. Bye. Cool. So yeah, I also want to smooth this part out too. That way it dries a little bit faster. There we go. Okay, so again, I will probably make my hills a bit taller later once we get the moon and once we get the clouds in. We'll do that later. I definitely though want to clean my brush thoroughly. So what I like to do whenever I really want to get black paint or some kind of strong color off, I like to just do that exact same thing that I was telling you about earlier, but do it several times after wiping it on your napkin. Ooh, something I just thought about. I can't believe I just thought about this. If you want to put little stars in the background right now, you definitely can. I know Marcy knows this technique where you get a toothbrush, or you can even use your regular brush to splatter some stars onto your sky. Do you guys want me to show you how to do that?
Yeah.
Yeah, I certainly can. If you want to. I didn't do that in the original because I just didn't think about it then. But we want to take one of our brushes that is easily flung, I guess. Is that the word? You can fling it easily like that. It is messy, okay? So cover your surroundings and just be as careful as you can. I'm gonna get my white paint. I never remember if I water it down or not. I don't think I do, but let me practice this first on mine. So you take your brush, tap a little on, tap a little off, tap a little on, tap a little off. And so you take your finger and then you aim and fling. Those are very fine particle clouds, not clouds, stars. You can do this all over the sky if you want to, and it won't interfere with your moon because you're just using white paint, so you should be good. I am gonna mix a little bit of water in it just because I don't remember if I ever use water or not.
It makes it flick better if you use the water.
Okay. I always forget that detail. So yeah, I added a little bit of water. I accidentally got some purple in my white paint, but I don't think it's going to make a big difference. Yeah. Oh yeah, you're so right, Marcy. It makes it fling better. Gives it it makes them bigger too. Yeah, I added water to it. And of course, have your napkin nearby. Not bad. That was fun. Maybe later I'll go in and paint some bigger stars. I definitely, if you have any color on your bigger brush, rinse that off because we're going to be using white paint on our big brush.
Hey, Hannah, Party Monster here. Are you putting
Hey.
on your white paint or your brush? For
The water, I pre-mixed it into the white paint.
Thank you.
Yeah, it's pretty soupy. Any other questions? How you guys doing? Doing all right? I want to go ahead and do the beginnings of our moon now. So let me go ahead and break it down for you. The moon, I put a lot of layers. Well, I shouldn't say a lot of layers, but a little bit thicker white paint on top. That white paint is going to provide like the body, the canvas, so to speak. So it's we want to block out the darkness of the sky with the white paint. So we'll put that on there first. And then after that, we'll switch gears a little bit and paint the inside of it after that. So we'll create the entirety of the moon in white. Then we'll switch over to one of our smaller round brushes to create this texture here. And there's a method to that too, so I will show you that. We'll create that texture. And then after that, we'll get to create this glow around it. We'll get the glow going. Okay, so first I want to show you guys the method of drawing or painting in a circle where you don't need anything to trace. So here's that method. You can use any of your flat brushes. I feel like, I don't know, sometimes it's easier for me to use the smaller of the flat brushes, but I don't know, other times I'm feeling a little bit more confident and I can use the larger brush. It's up to you. Give it a try. And if you don't like it, switch to the other one. So I'll get my white paint out now. And whenever I'm making circles, it doesn't have to be a moon, it can be anything. I want to grab my paint. You definitely want a dry brush though, okay? So what I did was with this brush here, after I rinsed it, I dried it off on my napkin very thoroughly, okay? So now I know that I want my moon to be smack dab in the middle. I want it to be right there. So if you have to point and like actually like touch this area where you're going to put the moon, then that's fine. So I want it to be right there. So I'm going to start right in the middle and I'm going to start just kind of painting these circular marks outward. I'm slowly making my moon a bit bigger from the inside, always using the flat side of the brush. And you'll notice that if you were to, I guess, grab extra paint, so if you have a lot of paint on your brush and you really smooth it out, see that edge there? That's a nice crispy edge. Whereas you might run out of paint eventually, so you get a not crispy edge. So definitely refill often and continue to round it out. As you can see, that's not totally round, so keep going. This moon is intended to be a big moon, so if it happens to take up a big portion of the page, that's okay. So little by little, I'm creating these round movements. And again, I started from the center and I'm just doing these smaller brush strokes, moving outward.
My white is peeking through the colors peeking through the white.
Oh, the blue?
The background. Yeah.
Maybe
my white's too transparent.
Oh, okay.
All right. Might be all right. Might be all right. I'm gonna work because we're gonna put
mine is too actually.
It is okay. So if it's transparent, see if you can build it up. Okay, build it up as is. and then wait for it to dry. So see if you can like get a fan on it or something, and then put another layer of white on top of it after it's dry.
Well, we're gonna put a lot of red as well, right?
We are. We are. We'll put
All right. It'll probably be fine.
okay. But we will put green on there too. And the green, I don't want it to mix with the blue to make, oh, I'm sorry, we're not gonna put green. We're gonna put yellow.
Oh,
And yeah, we're gonna put yellow. So I would still wait for it to dry and then add a little bit more. Even if it's just a little, like one more layer of white.
right. I'll go over
Yeah.
it.
Yeah, just to be on the safe side. Because we're gonna get a lot of color mixing.
I'm not very good at centering. It might be a little off center.
Well, that's okay.
The moon. Yeah, now that I look at it. Anyway.
We will also be able to I guess fix those edges too using our round brush. So I'll show you that in a moment. There we go. I am gonna smooth it out as much as I can. But yeah, so if you guys, if anybody else has that problem where like maybe your sky is poking through, maybe it's still a little bit wet, continue on with your moon and let it dry. So again, get that fan out, let it dry, and then put another layer of white on top of that. Now, you're not going to be able to completely cover up the sky, no matter how thick your paint is, or no matter how good quality it is. So, like, I can still see my brush strokes very clearly. And that's okay, because again, we're going to go over it with 3 other colors. Yes, I've got some of these edges here that aren't exactly smooth, and that's okay. Now that is a wide moon, big moon. I did want this moon to be bigger than the original. I think mine's a little bit off center too. So that was the method where you didn't have to trace anything. But of course, if you want to, take your cup or your bowl, whatever you're going to use to trace, and you take that, you take a pen. Oh, I'm sorry, not a pen. You take a pencil, and then you make your circle, and then you fill it in. After that, fill it in. Oops.
Hannah, I just want to say real quick, when you were talking about the crispy edges, that just made me hungry. I just want to throw that out there.
Crispy. Crispy. You're welcome.
There's just so many good foods that are crispy.
I know. Gosh, that makes me hungry too. Stop that.
I mean, I thought the moon was made out of cheese when I was little, so makes sense. Maybe some crispy fried cheese or something.
Yeah, those Parmesan crisps.
Oh, yes.
That's what, yes, it tastes just, the moon tastes like those Parmesan crisps. Yummy. Okay, so I do want to, yeah.
Do you have any recommendations for getting paint out of cloth?
Oh, out of clothes? Ooh. See if you can get it right away with dish soap. So like Dawn or something. And it depends, like how much scrubbing you do just kind of depends on the fabric. You definitely want to get it wet. Like see if you can spread the paint and dilute the paint.
Okay.
With the soap and lots of water.
Yeah. I have MS hands tonight.
Gotcha. Yep. Yeah. The other night I actually spilled some paint on my carpet, which was the rental, okay? Spilled some white paint on the carpet. And so that's what I did is I got a bunch of paper towels and they were soaking in water or I had soaked them in water and Dawn. And then I scrubbed the hell out of it.
Okay.
Yeah, we want to dilute it as much as possible.
Thank you.
Okay, so let me go ahead and move on. You definitely want to rinse your brush and then wipe it as much as possible. Now you'll get two opportunities, or two additional opportunities to smooth out the edges of your moon. First of all, you can't really even tell how much smoothing I had to do because of the light that emanates from it. Okay, so don't stress yourself too much trying to make smooth edges because you most likely won't see it. Okay, but if it does come to it, we are going to be able to use the yellow and use any of our round brushes to smooth the edges, either with white or with whatever colors are at the edge over here. So you'll have opportunities to smooth it out. Let's go ahead and put down the beginnings of our ring. So the light that emanates from it. And for that, we're going to need some yellow. Now, what I did was I put some yellow on top of it first to get it started. I think I added some white to it. I don't remember. But I'll test it on mine before I tell you guys what to do. So add the yellow, and then on top of it, add a little bit of the orange. So I'll show you in a second. The technique that we're going to use, it's called dry brushing. So you see how you can see all of the, you can see the sky kind of poking through, like it's very textured, very, what's the word? To me, it looks dry, but if you can think of other words to describe it, then let me know. We're going to do that part of it, the dry brushing, with the flat brush. And you're welcome to use this one, or you can even use the smaller one. Again, it just depends on you and how well you can hold the brush. We're going to use the flat brush to go around the edges little by little. You don't have to stretch your arm very much, just little by little. And then later, after that, we'll take a round brush and we'll make these little tick marks that go around it. These just kind of give it some definition. So these little marks. So that comes later. First off, we're going to use this one of your flat brushes. Make sure it's dry, because again, we're going to be doing a dry brush technique, so as dry as you can. And again, I don't remember if I added some white to my yellow, so let me experiment with mine first, and then I'll let you know. So I'm going to swipe a little on, tap a little off, little on, little off, little on, little off. Okay. Start. I don't have to start right at the edge there. Okay, now let me test it with the orange and a little bit of, I'm sorry, let me test it with a little bit of white added to the yellow. That makes it super bright. So let's just do the pure yellow, okay? So we'll do the pure yellow, tap a little on, tap a little off, tap a little on, tap a little off. What gives us that nice dry brushing feel or look is having the bristles kind of spread apart. The bristles are not exactly smooth together. So what I'm going to do is very lightly go around the edge. I'm not really pressing down so hard. And if you need to break up your brush strokes, that's fine. You do that. But I'm going to use the flat edge. And the brightest portion of this of our moon is going to be the closest to your moon. So I'm actually going to start going right on top of it. Once this is dry, you can even get right up close to it. Now, for me, this side is not really dry, so I can just avoid that for now. It's okay. But I want to tap a little on, tap a little off. And again, it's the bristles that we're looking for. We want to utilize the shape of the bristles. So I can scrape around. I'm going to start going out a little further, following along the roundness of the moon. Tap a little on, tap a little off. I'm going to start to move on out. As I start moving outward, my brush strokes are going to be maybe a little bit lighter. I was never really pressing down over here, but as I move further away from the moon, I'm going to be pressing down less and less because that's going to sort of soften that glow. Tap a little on, tap a little off. So I can start a little closer, but then make my way outward. Just by observing my brush and just paying attention to what's going on with the paint, I can see that the first, wherever I put my brush first, so right here, that's going to be the brightest spot. So I can start there and then move out very lightly, barely pressing down. And you are still going to see streaks like this, but we will be able to smooth them out with the other layers. I'm going to tap a little on, tap a little off. Once your moon is a bit more dry, you can go right up to it and even overlap it. And I know that we do have some red on one side and yellow on the other side. I still want you to overlap it a bit because you're going to be able to, just to make sure that you get all of the edges here. So even though I can see a whole bunch of that yellow, I know that the red is going to be able to cover that. I'm going to move on out. Do you guys hear the brush strokes? You can kind of like hear it scraping across the canvas. That's what we want. That's that dry brushing technique. So even out here, as you keep moving further out, you might be able to stretch out your brush strokes. And if you can't, that's okay. It's just a fun little exercise to try and stretch them out and see if you can make some longer brush strokes. Definitely want to get a little bit more of this yellow and put it right up to the moon here. So I'm just going to use the thin side of the brush to do that part. I can definitely hear the brush scraping across the sky. And I'm definitely overlapping all those streaks that I put earlier. This is a glow that emanates from the center. Pressing down very lightly. Moving on out. It does help to sit back a little bit or just give yourself some distance from the moon, because then you'll be able to see where you need to add more yellow, where it might need to be shaped a little bit more. It'll give you a more of a bird's eye perspective if you move up a little bit. When we do add the orange, Um, it's the same exact technique, just not quite as much. Do you guys have questions? You guys doing okay? It's so quiet. Got thumbs up? Okay, good. Good to know. You can actually start the orange whenever you want. So orange here. Whenever I did the orange, I had wanted to keep at least some of the yellow poking through. So I decided not to put quite as much of the orange down here on the bottom. But I do have a bunch of orange at the top of here, but it's a small minor detail, okay? Small minor detail. You'll put it on the same way. I'm not going to rinse my brush. I have a dirty brush, okay? And I'm going to double dip here. So tap a little on, tap a little off, tap on, tap off. Same exact technique. I'll let you decide how much of the orange you want. Tap a little off. And again, start really close to the moon. I'm going to try to smooth out my brush strokes as much as I can. I'm sorry, not smooth it out. I'm going to try to stretch my brush strokes as much as I can. It helps to kind of hide those inconsistencies. Tap a little on, tap a little off. Again, I'll try to do those longer brush strokes. That way I can hide some of those inconsistencies in brush strokes. But again, it really is the same technique. Most of my orange is going to be centered. Pressing down lightly. The further out I go. Really trying to stretch them out here. And it's up to you how much of that orange you put on there. Definitely want a lot of orange really close to the moon.
Hey, Hannah.
Mm-hmm.
I'm having trouble holding on to my stuff, so I'm just gonna finish on the replay.
Yeah, on the replay. Yeah, that's totally fine.
All right.
Yes, you have a good night. I'm glad you showed up anyway.
Yeah, good night, Andrea.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, of course.
Bye-bye.
Bye. Y'all doing okay? Super. Ooh, I can't wait to do the texture on the inside of the moon. I think that was probably my favorite part. It's very squishy. Now, I did decide to keep a lot of my yellow out here. So just on the outskirts. So that was me. After we do that part, we'll move on to the round brush. So you're welcome to clean your brush off, clean your flat brush off, just set it aside. I don't think we'll use it again. I don't think. I think we're mostly going to be using our round brush from now. Okay. Set this aside. Now, whenever I do the texture inside the moon, I want to start from the lightest color to the darkest color. So with this one, I started with my yellow first, and then slowly made my way adding orange, and then adding red, and then actually adding purple. So there's a little bit of purple on the side here, just to emphasize that contrast. So in order to smush them all together, we're going to be doing a lot of double dipping. So I'll use one of my round brushes, so I'll use this one. Feel free to use a smaller one if that's easier for you. We're going to be double dipping first in white and yellow. So the two lightest colors, white and yellow. And then we'll slowly make our way a little bit darker every time. So next time it'll be yellow and orange. And then after that, it'll be orange and red. So you can put your colors right next to each other if you want. So I have my round brush. Let's see if I can leave this here so y'all can see them. Okay, so double dip first with white and yellow. Now you don't have to do this transition of colors and this on the same spots that I have them. You can do it wherever you want, okay? So I have white, a lot of white, and then double dip in yellow. So I have yellow right on top. These brush strokes are a bit more of a squish and go. Squish and go, squish and go, squish and go. We want to be able to see the individual brush strokes. And I realize now it's kind of hard for you guys to see. Let me see if I can lower. I don't know if that helped or not. No, that did not help. Maybe that's a little bit better. Okay. So every time you grab paint, grab white first and then your yellow. And even though we don't really see like too much yellow in the center, I did put a lot of yellow in there, okay? As we get darker colors, the darker colors are stronger. So they'll be able to overpower the yellow. We want to just make sure we have more yellow than we need. So I can see every single brush stroke because I'm just swiping and going. Is that what I said at first? Squish and go, squish and go. Now here is where you can clean up the edges if you want. So I'll show you that in a second. Squish and go, squish and go. I can see some brush strokes are have more white. Some brush strokes have a little more yellow. It's a nice little squishy mixture. And with this technique, we do want to move kind of fast. I don't like rushing y'all, but they blend much easier while they're still wet. Here's also where you can start to fix up your edges here. So as you can see, I've gone outside the line just a little bit, but that's all right. I'll just kind of do that. You can still see a lot of these brush strokes. Okay. So that's a little over half, you know. I'm gonna add a bit more white because I feel like it's kind of flat. So I'm actually gonna add a bit more white on the side here. See how I'm smoothing it out? That's just to balance it. So I'm ready for orange now. So what I'll do is I'm not going to rinse my brush again. I have yellow, I have white mixed on this brush, and I'm still gonna double dip. So I'll take some of that color and I'll take some of the orange and I'll start right here. Start at the end of your yellow and just slowly make your way towards the end that you started in. Anytime you need to refill with the next tier up. So that would be yellow and then orange. So that's the next tier, yellow and orange. My brush strokes are definitely spread apart. So got my yellow, got my orange, just a little bit, goes a long way. They're spread apart, especially out here. And they're really going to swarm over here. I have lots over here, and even moving on this way, we're starting to get darker as we move to the other side. So it's absolutely okay if you just decide to do more orange than yellow. I'm definitely moving on up. Swipe and go. Now, our orange definitely ended up taking over a large part of our yellow. The same thing's going to happen with the red. It'll take over a large portion of the moon. So just kind of watch out, you know, because the red is such a strong color. It's a really pretty color, but it can definitely take over really quickly before you know it. Okay. And again, at any point, you can always use any of your colors and just kind of smooth out the end here. Personally, I don't like for it to be totally even. So I'm probably not going to smooth over every single edge. But again, I definitely want to see these individual brush strokes. That's what makes this moon so pretty. You can see the individual brush strokes. You can move on anytime. So even though I have like 3 other colors on here, I just kind of swipe a little bit off and move up to the next tier. So that's where I'm grabbing orange this time first, and then grabbing a little bit of red. So again, I'll start out here and then make my way on top of my orange. Anytime I refill, I'm double dipping with orange and red. And I can definitely see my brush strokes, separating them. I'm going to go ahead and take this red all the way to the edge. And especially at the edge there, you can use pure red if that's what you want. No matter what, though, it's still going to mix in with whatever is there. I kind of like this edge. I didn't mean for that to stay, but I like that edge. There we go. Lots and lots of colors. In order to, if you want to make it a bit more realistic, you can even put some of this red, just, I don't know, 1 or 2 or 3 brush strokes of this red way out here. See how they're much more separated? It just makes it more interesting, I think, when you have these random brush strokes just out there. Like I said, this part is my favorite. Squishing the brush strokes, that's what I love. You can move on to purple anytime. Anytime. Let's see. I have some purple right over here. That's my next tier. Now I know that orange and purple and yellow, when mixed together, they're going to create brown. So I don't want brown. But you can have brown if you want. But I'm going to wipe off my paint here. I'll just wipe off that extra orange and yellow and whatever else is there before I move on into the red and purple. Now it's actually red and purple plus a little white. So there's this like triple dipping here, okay? So I'll start with red, jump on over to some purple. I'll add the white later. Let's see, let's start small and just add some of this purple. Again, these brush strokes are going to be very separated. Got my red, got a little purple, very separated, and I'm even moving them across the red just a little bit. It's mostly on this side though. So hopefully now you can see that we've got the light side and then the dark side on the other side. Anytime you're ready, you can just kind of triple dip now. So I've got a little purple and I can come over here, grab a little white. And the white, all it does is it just softens it. You see how bright this is? The white will just soften it and just sort of push it back a little bit. If you like what you're creating without the white, then I would say just, leave it as is. But for me, I'm just gonna add a bit of that. And I am just gonna kind of swipe along the edge there because I want to clean that up a bit. So grab a little purple, grab a little white. It's going to automatically mix in with whatever is not dry. And as you can see, I kind of went over, I wouldn't say overboard, but I definitely added more of these last purple, white, red brush strokes all over the place. Feel free to do that if you like that. I definitely jumped around, that's for sure. So it's up to you how much of this purple you actually want to add. Yeah, see, I'm accidentally adding a lot, so I'm just gonna probably pause for a second. Definitely want to add a bit more of this over here just to smooth that out and make that a bit more round. There we go. I'm happy with that. Now, a lot of these brush strokes will blend in some, and that's okay. That's what makes it really pretty. You can rinse your brush whenever you're done with that. I cannot wait to see these moons. Can't wait to see all of it. I'm thinking I'll add, I'm just looking at it from afar now. I'm thinking for me, I'll add a bit of white at the edge here, just to make it more of a dramatic glow. Like it's the contrast that makes it more dramatic. See how dark this area is here? I'm not saying you have to do that. I'm just looking at mine and just kind of thinking out loud about what I'm doing and why I'm doing it. I want more drama on that side, so maybe I'll grab more of my white and also my purple and then a little red, and then I'll just put some right at the edge here. There we go. I like that. Help to soften that side too. I just add a little bit of a lighter color at the edge there. I would, whenever you're finished with the moon, start to do the streaks in the sky. So these guys right here. I'll show you guys in a minute or two. Oh, wait. How are you doing? Does anybody need help with anything? Oh, Katie, you're back.
I'm telling you, I'm back.
Yay.
I have drawn a circle. I recently bought you call compass?
A compass. Yeah, it's a compass.
You inspired me to buy a compass, so I was excited to use my compass.
Very cool.
Then I decided that what I would start with, I don't know if this is the right order, but I'm painting my moon white, and then it looks like maybe then yellow, and then orange, and then red, and then purple.
Yep, that's it. Yeah, it goes from light on one side to dark on the other side.
Okay.
That's what it is. Yeah, you got it. You're a pro, Katie.
I just kind of, what you didn't see was me trying to splatter my white.
Oh, yeah.
Because I didn't watch the tutorial I was like, I can splatter white. And when I came back, and then it just like really splattered, like really everywhere, including like on my computer a little bit.
Oh, that's
chunks
great.
Everywhere. So, it's very professional here all the time. That's what you need.
Professional artist, of course. Of course, Katie, professional artist.
Yeah.
I wouldn't believe that you're an artist if you didn't have paint somewhere.
God, I went everywhere.
I know, I get paint on my clothes and I just learn not to care.
Yeah.
Learn not to care. I mean, obviously there's some clothes you don't want paint on, but for the most part, don't care. Y'all doing okay? I know that was a lot in a short amount of time. But I didn't want it to dry, so you guys are doing great. If it's squishy, you got it. Now, at any point, okay, whenever you're finished with the moon, you can rinse your brush, and this time, if you want to like switch over to a smaller brush, you can. These brush strokes right here on the outside, they're thinner. So again, switch over to a smaller brush if you want. I will do that. We'll be using white and yellow. And we're just making swipes that move along the roundness of the moon. So for that, I'll get a little white, and I'm actually going to pre-mix some lighter yellow beforehand. So I'll pre-mix using a little bit of white, a lot of yellow, or a good amount of yellow. So it looks like I need to pour some out. So let me do that. Need a little bit more. I only need yellow for this part next. Just those streaks. Those streaks, they just help to emphasize the glow. I would say if you really love the way this is, because I know you guys worked really hard with it. If you like the way this is, then keep it. Like, you don't have to do the streaks if you don't want to. It changes the dynamic, I think. See the difference. But I do feel like it does emphasize the glow. So I'm gonna pre-mix that light yellow now. So light yellow. Mixing a little bit of white with my yellow to create that light yellow. Using a smaller brush once again. And I just want to start closer down here and just do small swipes at a time. Small swipes to just kind of move around with the moon. They can be teeny tiny swipes. You can press down if you want to. Press very lightly if you want the teeny tiny swipes. I'm not going to have a whole lot because I feel like if we were to put a whole bunch of them, it might end up looking like a flower in the sky, like petals are coming out of it. So I recommend just spacing them out. If you're able to stretch them, I think that would be great. Like, make them a little bit longer if you can. Refill your brush often because that's gonna make smoother brush strokes. It's going to allow you to stretch them a little bit further, a little faster. Maybe out here I'll have some thicker ones. It's really easy to I don't know, kind of go overboard with the swipes. So I'm gonna see if I can stop myself after a while. Because I don't want it to look like a flower in the sky. So again, we want to give some space.
Did you know the first signs of aging start around your eyes? Try Olay Super Eye Serum, the serum that targets top eye concerns. It hydrates, brightens, refreshes tired eyes, and improves fine lines and puffiness. Try Olay Super Eye Serum.
Thanks. Yeah, so again, I was finding myself going overboard, so I'm not going to do that. Now, the next thing to do would be our clouds. These guys. We definitely want to use one of those smaller brushes. So that same one that I used to make the streaks around the moon, I'll just rinse my brush for that. We're going to want to make a little bit of extra navy blue. So go ahead and take a moment to do that. It doesn't need to be perfectly mixed, you know. Just going to make a little bit of extra navy blue. So I'll rinse my brush. Again, still using the tiny brush. Go, now we can see the whole thing. That is a big moon. Okay, so I got my blue. Let's make a bit more navy. So I'm going to add a little bit of black, small amounts at a time. Again, if you have navy blue just straight out of the bottle, then good. That's good. You're ahead of the game. Now, what's happening in those clouds is, of course, obviously, it's very dark outside, right? The illumination is, or the light is only coming from that moon. And so since the clouds are so close to the moon, it's really just the edges of the cloud that are bright. But the middles of the cloud, it's just a very dark, it's just very dark because it's dark outside, right? So that that contrast is what we're going for. Very dark, and it's outlined by very light. So I know I just pre-mixed that that navy blue, but I'm actually going to just clean my brush out, and we're going to shape the clouds with purple and white first. We'll shape it with purple and white, and then I'll show you what to do with that navy. With the clouds, we are going to go on top of whatever is in the background over here. And we're also going to do a lot of double dipping, okay? Lots of squishy brush strokes, double dipping. So I'm going to grab some white and then double dip into purple now. If you want, you can kind of squish it around on your brush just to kind of mix it a bit. Make it into a lighter purple. So let me start with, I don't know, pick a spot, any spot, and start to kind of shape it. See how they look very dreamy clouds. So I'm creating the outline like this, but my brush strokes are very inconsistent. I'm moving it around. Some of them are a little bit more defined than others. After that initial little bit of lavender, that light color you just made, go back and forth and double dip, okay? Double dip between the white and the purple. we want that inconsistency. You can even squish your brush down like that. And maybe I'll like spread it over this area here. I know it's kind of hard to see when it's on top of the moon glow. But look at that contrast between the light purple and the light yellow. You can have a really long cloud or you can break them up. But what I'm doing is creating the outline first. You can even create the bottom. You see how I'm just putting a little bit on the bottom here, just going kind of sideways like that. Very inconsistent again, very squishy. Some areas are a little bit more, like they look like they're more dry brushed than anything. I like to call this type of look painterly. So it looks very painterly. Now I have just the general gist of two of my clouds. I mean, you can do as many clouds as you want, okay? But once I've got just the one or two clouds, I don't want to draw all of them in there just yet because I don't want it to dry too quickly. I'm going to go over to my navy now, and I'm going to pick up some navy on my brush. I'm not going to rinse it. I'm not going to rinse this brush. Just kind of start to squish this color. See how it's just kind of squishing around like that? Some of it's mixing in. You kind of swirl it around like that. Especially over here. Especially do that over the ring. Not the ring, the glow. The glow. Really squish it over. See if you can get that that sky, that navy blue color in the middle. I'm going over top of my initial lavender outline. Going on top of that. I'm making sure some of that mixes in with it. But then I'm going to go back to the lavender. Again, with a dirty brush, go back to the lavender. So, you know, you can pick up a little white, pick up a little purple. Again, there's no, like, I don't know, best way to do this part. Just grab some lavender, grab some purple. And then go right back on top of what you put in there in the first place. So I got a little purple there. Really scrape around. I'm rounding out my my shape again because it kind of got lost whenever I put the navy on top of it. So round it out. And because we're doing it so soon after we put the navy, it should be able to mix together. At least a little bit. Look at that, that mixing. That's what we want, that inconsistent mixing. Now I definitely want to define this shape right here. I feel like it's kind of gotten lost a bit. I can definitely go over it again. Now I have some leftover paint on my brush, so I'm just gonna scrape a little bit of atmosphere. See how I'm just going right across there? Whatever's on my brush is just kind of coming out, and this is just like those really what's it called? Those misty clouds that you see in the sky. You're just taking your leftover paint, just kind of scraping it in, scrubbing it in. You call it scrubbing. Kind of moving back and forth a bit. There we go. Now I want a little bit more or a few more clouds over on this side. So I'm going to go ahead and make some clouds over here. So I need to make more of my navy color. So I'm going to do that. go. Got a bit more navy. Now I can go into my white and my purple and start my outline. So again, we're doing the outline of the cloud with my purple plus white. Don't even have to rinse your brush. So I've got my dirty brush here, and I've got purple, double dip with white. There we go. Now for me, I feel like I have a little bit too much of that navy on my brush, so I am going to wipe that navy off. Didn't have to rinse it though. There we go. Just going to very loosely make the outline again. Just like that. Definitely want it to go on top of the glow. And then once I have the outline, I can go ahead and squish in some of my background color, my navy blue color. So now I can take some of this. I'm definitely going to start over here. Squish it right on top of this area that is covering up the moon. Squish it all in there. See, this is the fun thing about clouds. There's so much texture. So even though I'm really squishing it in there and it looks kind of messy right now, because it's wet, I can go in and fix it up. So I've put my navy blue in there. I'm going to get my lavender again. Let's see if we can redefine some of these lines. There we go. Hi, Cora. There we go. Now I can kind of make some texture in there by tapping. There we go. I like that. None of this cloud is smooth at all. Okay, lots of tapping, lots of things. Cora, what are you doing?
Hi, Hannah. This is Tony. I'm about to head offline now.
Yeah. Do you want to show us what you've got?
I did something a little different. Just like
Ooh.
I didn't use as many colors. But I'd like to try again. I'll look at the replay and try again.
Yes.
That's lovely. Yeah, so you'll look at the replay. Yeah.
Yeah.
Love
I love it.
it.
Thank you, Tony.
Thank you, Tony. You're always incredible.
Thank you.
Love to see what you come up with. Thank you, Tony.
Thank you. Good night, everyone.
Good night.
Night.
Good night. I like your big moon there.
And I'm gonna say good night too.
Okay, yeah. Is that you, Marianne? Is that your
That's
voice?
me.
Yes. Okay. Yes, I want to see your picture. There
oh my
it
gosh.
is. I know. Look at that moon. Look how bright it is. I love it. And your clouds are so nicely formed.
They're so fluffy.
Fluffy, like little marshmallows. I love it.
Thank you.
Yes, thank you.
I'll finish tomorrow. Have a good night, everybody.
You too.
Night. Okay, so I'm just gonna put my extra paint again as those misty clouds in the sky. Scrub it in. Because now I want to focus on the trees. Now, again, if you have that fan brush, it'll probably make it to go a little bit faster. But of course, you can do trees and the tree branches using your round brushes too. So I'm going to take my smaller brush. So it's the one I've been using. So I'll take my small brush. And this is the part of the painting where it really comes into perspective. So it really changes, honestly. So I'll start off with one of my smaller trees down here just to kind of get the feel of it, get the feel of what to do. And then I'll get taller, do the taller trees. So I want to take that round brush and actually grab a little bit of water just off of the surface of the cup here. And let's just mix a little bit of that in with our black paint. And I say that because it's going to help us to smooth out our brush strokes. So I'm just grabbing some from the surface there and mixing it up. So now I want to make the center of the tree first. So that's going to be the tree stem, the tree trunk. Right, my brain is getting sleepy. So I want to start with one of my smaller ones. So it's going to cut through everything else that's behind it. And your tree trunk does not have to be straight, because honestly, it may not, the tree trunk may not even show through, depending on how many branches you actually make. So it doesn't have to be even, just as long as it provides a guide for you. Now this is where if you don't have a fan brush, this is how you do this part if you don't have a fan brush. I'm going to start a little bit closer, like a little bit lower from the top there. And I'm going to start tapping, but also a little bit of swiping too. It's a little bit of both. I'm going to refill often. And as I move downward, closer to the ground there, my branches are going to spread out. Kind of, it's like a Christmas tree. It's going to get wider closer to the bottom. So it's tapping and a little bit of swiping. Like I still see a lot behind it, but as long as I'm able to separate those brush strokes, I'm not covering up too much. What am I doing? And you can return to the tops of the trees at any time. Just kind of get a little bit thinner the further up you go. And they may end up getting a little bit taller, just depending on how you put those brush strokes in there. But that's how you do it that way. For my fan brush people, you'll start out the same way with your stem. So start out the same way by making a line, and this is going to be your tree trunk. This is going to be fun. It's going to overlap the middle, like some of the actual moon. Okay, so I've got my stem. Set this aside. So my fan brush people, it's not a very big one. I do want to grab a bit of water from the cup here. Grab a bit of water. That way it waters down the black as well. And we get those branches from the separation of these bristles. I'm not going to start at the top. I'm going to start somewhere in the middle here. And I'm going to tap, tap, tap. See how I'm tapping and moving across. And I'm going to get a little bit wider the further I move down. Whoops, I grabbed some blue on accident. Whoops. Got some blue trees now. Gonna make it get wider like a Christmas tree. Tapping and sliding it across. A little bit of both. Now I don't want to see too much of my tree trunk in the middle, so I'm gonna go over it again. Yeah, just to kind of thicken up that middle portion there. It becomes a little bit trickier whenever you're doing the top portions up here, because your brush is I mean, it's pretty wide. At least mine's pretty wide. So as much as I can, I'm going to try to use the corner. So for me, this corner is a little bit more stable than this side over here. So I'll use my corner and just do the same thing, but only with the corner touching the canvas. Refill often. So I'm going to try to be like get these smaller brush strokes in here. Not bad, not bad. There we go. Pretty happy with that one. I'll go ahead and demonstrate the round brush method again. So no matter what though, no matter which technique you're doing, you definitely want to water your black paint. So over here, I'll do another one here. So with the round brush, again, you're also going to start in the middle here, but you're going to tap it across, and then also slide. So it's a bit of both. Little tap, little slide. And then once you get to the top, or once you get to the bottom, you can jump to the top. See if you can just press down a bit more lightly. Again, refill often. That's very important. Refill often. There we go. Now for me, I mentioned I wanted to make this bottom area a bit taller. So I'm going to modify it. Ooh, I also need to teach you guys how to make aliens.
Wait do you see my alien?
Yeah, you already did it?
Yeah, I already did.
So exciting. Okay, so those are my trees. I will put more trees later. Aliens. Okay, do some aliens. I'm gonna make a gray color. So I have my black paint already squished into my brush. So all I need to do is grab some white. So I've got that. I do recommend using a small brush. So I mean, it depends on you, of course, but if you want to do one that's even smaller than this one, then that's totally fine. I'm also going to grab some water from the top, from the surface there, and let's thin it out a bit. Now, I'm using gray as my color, but you don't have to though. Like you can just do like black paint or green, whatever color you want. I'm actually going to mix a little bit of purple in there because why not? Okay, so I've added a bit of that water. And whenever I'm doing UFOs, I like to start in the middle. So this is the middle of my UFO. You know, I'm going to make mine lighter. That way you guys can actually see it better. I don't think you guys can really see that very well. There we go. Much better. Okay. So start with a line in the middle. And then you're going to make it a little bit thicker on the top. Kind of like a football, but it's a really, really stretched out football. Like it's round up at the top here, but then I'm gonna do the same thing on the other side. So it's gonna be round on the other side in the same spot. Thin at the edges. Thin at the edges. Like a very shriveled up football. So that's the saucer part. But now I can give it like a little bump. Raise the bump for like the whatever that is. Stretch it out a bit more. There we go. And that is my alien spaceship. I do want some dark spaceships though, so I think I'm gonna add a whole lot more black to it. So maybe I will put another one here. So I'll go ahead and explain it again. Start with the middle. So the middle portion is really just a thin line. And again, I added water to my black paint. No matter what color you use, add a little water. Okay, so I've got that line in the middle. Make it a little thicker on one side. It's always going to be thin on the ends. So that's on one side of the line. And then on the other side of the line, also making it thicker. Kind of trying to smooth it out once I get to the edges there. And then I will put that top portion, that round part that sticks up. There we go. I think I'm actually going to turn this one into a black one. Oh, it's not dry yet. Looks kind of cool though. It's not dry, so I'll have to go over it again. Kind of like it. Now, do you want to put a cow in there? Okay, floating cow. That one's more difficult. Okay, I did have difficulty painting the cow shape, okay? And it's really just a silhouette of a cow, okay?
Before you do that, can I show mine? Because I'm gonna sign off.
Yeah, let's see it.
Sorry, it's getting late over here.
Oh yeah, I know. Let's see it, Jamie. Oh, hey, you did the portrait view. There it is. Those clouds are fabulous.
And the
I
trees.
love them. Seriously, yeah, they're very delicate. I'd say they're very delicate.
Thank you.
Yeah, you did so good. I love it, Jamie. Thank you.
Great job.
Thank you. Thanks, guys.
Yeah,
See you
thank
soon.
you. Does anyone else wanna show off their work?
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah, Marcy. Yeah, let's go ahead and do it. Marcy, I see you. There it is. I know.
Oh my gosh.
Seriously, I love your son so much. Did you use the fan brush in the ring?
No. In the room? No. Do you see?
That's so interesting.
Do you see the alien?
Yeah, I do. I love it. I'm just loving like the texture on the ring around the moon. It's so pretty. And you're I know the alien. I love it. I know.
I think it's finished.
Nice.
Beautiful.
Very
Great
cool.
job.
Thanks, Marcy. Yes.
I'm all done too.
Yeah, Tia. Let's go. Like purple sky. How cool is that?
I tried to put a little witch here.
Oh, it's a little
my gosh.
What a cute idea. I love it. Gosh, I'm loving your moon though. Like the texture and how bright it is. It's really pretty.
Thank you.
Oh my gosh, I love it. Just the colors. I just
I
love the
know.
colors.
So pretty. Thank
Great
you.
job, Tia. Oh, Jerry.
Yes, Jerry. There.
Oh, it's
a little blurry. Yeah, if you hold it up closer to your face, it should help.
Oh, to my face?
Yeah, closer to your, like maybe next to your face if you can.
Next to your face usually. Oh, we can kind of see part of it.
Yeah, what I could see was really nice, that contrast.
Oh,
maybe hold it back a little bit, maybe.
We can see kind of the hill.
Gotta get another camera.
I can help you. Down at the bottom where it says like video, if you click on the little arrow, one of them says blur my background, and you can uncheck that.
Okay, video.
And there's a little caret, and then it'll say like blur my background.
There you go. There you go.
But I didn't want you to see my messy house. Jeez.
Oh my gosh.
I know the contrast.
Glad you let us see. It looks good.
Oh,
I know,
my gosh.
seriously. The clouds are just gorgeous. Like, I'm loving the clouds. I'm loving what you did with the texture there. But then also the moon, like there's so much contrast from one side to the other.
And my flying saucer messed it up though.
No,
really? I don't think so. It's so nice.
There's nothing I do not love about this piece.
Yeah.
Nothing.
It's so bright.
Love it. Great
Thank
job,
you, Jerry.
Fantastic work.
Seriously, I love it.
Okay.
Oh, we have other people want to share. Rachel, I'm coming to you.
Rachel. Oh, hey, Rachel.
Ooh.
Hey, I know. I love that your clouds, they look so stylized. Like, I feel like they come out of like a fairy tale story.
Oh my gosh, yes.
Just like the way that they're brushed on there. I don't know if that makes sense, but and then
I had zooming so close to my face. I'm sorry. I have no idea what I'm doing.
It's the close up of the moon.
No, yeah, the moon though, like there's something about the ring too that looks more fairy tale like, but also looks like we're on another planet.
Yes.
I love it.
Dry brushing, but after I was done, I was like, I can see too much going on. So then I just wiped my brush completely with no color on it, and then I went over it like to blend it more.
Oh, interesting. Okay. No, I get it now. So it's kind of like using whatever water you had to spread it.
Yeah.
Okay. No, that's a good way to do it too. Oh, it looks so good. Thank you, Rachel.
Thank you.
Woohoo.
Have a good night, guys.
Good night.
Oh my goodness.
Laurel, I'm loving your clouds. Like there's something about like the clouds and then like the gentle slope of the hills in the front there.
I was trying to make this a lake, like Lake Tahoe, but I think it's just like sky.
No, it looks good. I mean, I've never seen Lake Tahoe, I don't think.
That didn't like, when it gets like that hazy.
Yeah, the haze. Yeah.
Yeah,
How'd you do that though?
Just kind of dry brush horizontally. But
okay.
I don't like it.
You don't like it? I love it. Especially like with the clouds too though. There's something about the clouds.
Alive.
Aww. Yeah, I was gonna say that the moon and the clouds just make it look very alive. And there's some sort of like ethereal quality to it.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, love it.
Yeah.
I don't like this. I don't like that. JP has fun, and I'm like all critical of myself.
Man, no, you did really good.
Okay, thanks. He's gonna
I'll go next.
Yeah, JP, look
and
at
then,
your.
Oh my gosh!
I love that your aircrafts are becoming more and more stylized every time you do something.
Yeah, I did a little guy up here. I don't know if they're gonna abduct him or what.
Yeah, I was about to
Maybe
say
it was dropped off.
Yeah, somehow my volume went all the way down.
I feel
I can't hear anybody.
Oh, you can't hear? Oh.
Mute.
Oh man. What about now? Can you hear me now? Can you hear me now?
Can you turn your volume on?
I turned the volume up, but I can't hear anybody. It's all good.
Well, you can hear us on the recording. We love
it.
it.
Now I can hear you.
Great. We love it.
You're a little guy.
Thank you, Hannah, Alexis, and everybody.
Thanks, JP.
And
Wonderful.
we'll get video of the doggies at the end.
Yes,
Yes, of course. And then I think I saw a Party Monster shirt. I think I saw that.
Yes, you did.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. I'm coming. Oh my gosh. Wow.
Look at that like pink or purple in the sky. Yeah, it's the purple in the sky. I love the fact that it's so bright. Like it makes it look like there's so much movement back there.
I know.
Does it look like a party?
It does.
Oh yeah. Oh my God.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm going to show you a hippie check.
Yes.
Yeah, do
absolutely. Hippie check.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There it.
Ooh,
Oh my
yes.
God.
The clouds.
Love it.
Seriously, the clouds are gorgeous. And I love that your hill is mostly centered. It's so beautiful. And even the background, like those purple streaks back there, I loved how you accentuated them just a little bit. It's very delicate.
The blending of the moon.
It's so pretty.
Magnificent.
Hippie chick, it's beautiful.
Oh my gosh.
Fun. It's been a lot of fun.
Thank you. Thank you both. Party on our party people.
Oh, Tia, I see her. Tia, I see that.
Did anybody else want to share?
You guys did it so well. Karen, I hope you've been taking screenshots.
I did take a lot of screenshots. Yeah, a friend of mine, she like called me. She waited till I was in the shower,
of course.
First time in the shower for a week. Like, why aren't you answering the phone? Why aren't you answering the phone? And she's been out of town, so she came over and we went to Chinatown, where she grew up.
Oh.
Yeah, and she's like in her 80s. I felt young there because we went to this dim sum that's like authentic. So all these like really old people were there. I was like, oh, I feel young.
It sounds so good though. I love dim sum.
Oh, it was good. I know. And then we
love dim sum.
went to the Chinese bakery eating all the things we shouldn't eat. It's like the 99-cent store, but it's better because it's local. So I didn't get back here till 5:30, and then I knew I couldn't do the picture. But anyway, I did decide to go finish my Twilight that I never did before. I was like, oh good, I need to do these because this was unfinished.
Oh yeah. So that's from my Monday night classes, I think.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
I didn't log on till like 10:50.
Uh-huh.
I went, oh, this is a good time to finish that picture. It's got a lot of similar attributes. I
love the moon in the sky. I just feel like
in the glow.
Yeah, it makes it
in there. It's I was trying to fix it because it's a sun, it's a cheater thing. It's a sun thing. And it has that line, but I think I'm gonna stay with what you said. You love it.
Yeah, honestly, it gives it so much character. There's something about it.
I'm really tired, so I'm really glad. Like all I did was add a couple of trees in the top. That's all I had energy for. So
it worked. Yeah, it worked out.
And it's not, too different.
No, it looks really good. I love it.
I'm gonna have to go. The dogs are hungry and they're staring at me. And
of course. Thank you so much. Thank you, Jerry.
Thank you, Jerry. Thanks for
put
joining.
2 more trees in it. Let me see.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
Let's see it.
And here are the other dogs.
Oh, there's the doggies.
Yes,
there's puppies.
We love those puppers.
They're very
tired. They're very comfy.
Little one.
Yes.
Babies. Jerry, did you want to show us your extra
They've
trees?
been busy all day guarding the house. So
here, I'm coming.
Ooh. There we go. Are they the ones on the side that you added?
Yes.
Yeah, I guess. I don't know which ones I did. I can't do it backwards. I tried to give the hills a little definition there.
Oh, yeah, that's what I'm seeing. Okay,
yes,
I see
definitely.
It. Can you put it down so we can see a little better? Oh.
Yeah, there we go. Yeah, we can
perfect.
see the whole picture now. I'm loving how bright your blue is towards the bottom too. It gives it such a nice contrast or a nice little glow.
Okay, that's the blue that's blue. And then the rest of them are the mixed colors. But I think that was the blue that was blue, and I might have put a tad of black in it.
Okay.
Oh, great.
Oh, it looks great, Jerry.
Looks great, Jerry. Great job.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
Okay, dinner time.
Yeah, my dinner
Bye-bye.
time after this too. Bye. You guys did a fantastic job. Maria, do you wanna share?
Yeah, it was a little slow getting done with this, but I had a little trouble with the fan brush at the top of the tree.
Oh my gosh, those are gorgeous trees.
Wow. Honestly, like you say you had trouble with the fan brush, but it looks really good.
Thank you.
Yeah, it looks really good. You pulled through with it though. Like I know it can be a little difficult to handle like just the corner, but you did so well with it.
Yeah, just a little black there in the sun I got, and I was trying to go over it, but I couldn't get it to do it. I couldn't get it to hide it. Huh?
Will you be doing this again soon, or?
Oh yes, we will be
next month.
Next month.
Yes,
you'll get an email about it.
Yeah,
Okay,
so
thank you.
it's always going to be on the third Thursdays of the month.
Okay.
Yeah.
Except when it's not.
Yeah. Yeah, third Thursday. So October 17th next time.
Okay. Thank you.
Yeah. You guys did a fantastic job. Ooh, Katie, yes, we got to see Katie.
Yep. I caught up ish. My clouds did not go well, so I just kind of covered them up with other things. But I think it's because I was not paying attention during the cloud part. Oh yeah, there we go. Nice.
And that moon. Oh my gosh, that moon. I just love how yours actually looks like it's round. Like there's something about like I guess the way you put the light brush strokes that move around the moon.
It might help, Hannah. I might do it.
Seriously, it's so good though.
It is.
Can you see my witch? I'm very pleased with the witch.
Yes.
Somebody else was talking about the
Yes.
witch.
Oh yeah.
And I had to go see how to draw a witch, and then I did.
You did really
You did
good.
great on the witch. The witch was fantastic.
I know, I love her.
Witch.
We love Halloween in my house, so I was super excited to do this, and I'm gonna rewatch it tomorrow to figure out what I was supposed to do with the clouds, because everyone else's clouds are super cool, and I was just like, this is a disaster, and I just covered them up with other things. So
I love it though.
I think I was just going paint, hurry, catch up. So it was good. It was this is so fun. Thank you.
Thank you, Katie. Yes, fantastic job, you guys.
As always.
Seriously. Send in your pictures if you would like for me to see them. Or well, both actually. I'd love to publish them to Instagram or all of our social media channels. I always love showing you guys off. You guys are the best.
And we brag.
I took a lot of screenshots.
Good.
You know, sometimes I take them and I get people's faces and hands, but just because I wasn't doing the project, so you know, I was finishing up mine. I'm gonna send it to you because I really took a lot of screenshots.
Yeah.
I don't think I'm gonna tackle this because it looks really hard.
Karen, you got it, Karen.
Karen, do you want to see my creation that I did? A new creation?
They want to go, but
Oh, I love that. Wait, I want to take a picture of that because I want to do that. I feel like I could. That I think is doable.
Yeah, take a
I
screenshot.
think I need a spooky. I need to.
So I've got requests in.
It needs a song. It's just right.
We I definitely want to do some more spooky things. So maybe in October we'll do some kind of spooky theme.
Spooky October.
All right, y'all.
All right. Thank you, Hannah, and thank you to our art friends as always. And we will see you again next month. It is always so good to see you. Good night, everybody.
Good night. Thank
Good
you.
night.
Good night.
Bye.